Let's get stuck straight in with my panel for tonight. From The Spectator Australia, James McPherson. From the Institute of Public Affairs, Kirsty O'Sullivan. And of course from London, broadcaster Sophie Corcoran. How are you guys? Great to see you. Now, here we go again. Despite all the noise we learnt today that Scott Morrison was in fact within his legal boundaries when appointing himself to various ministries, did this go against convention? Yes. Was it a bit odd? Yes. The case for a royal commission. Is it the case for a royal commission? Of course it is, but this isn't the Watergate moment the left would like to make out. James, what did you make of the whole Morrison Ministries saga?
Look, I think Morrison is no Trump, but Albanese would be well advised not to try to be Joe Biden. It's almost like the ALP are desperate for their Trump January 6 inquiry moment. Albanese is making a great opposition leader. He'd be well advised to try and be the Prime Minister. Yes, Scott Morrison was unwise not to make it public what he'd done, but he didn't break any laws. And there are far more pressing issues facing the country right now, frankly, that the Prime Minister should be concerned about rather than this. Exactly.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the big story is the abuse of power during COVID. Kirsty, what did you make of our Prime Minister out there drinking a beer? We've got a bit of footage of him here at a concert in Enmore, where he even emulated Bob Hawke. Have a look. He actually sculls a beer. Here we go. So, Kirsty, is Albo living up to the Bob Hawke status? What do you reckon?
I think he's trying. I think the bad thing for me is that Gang of Youths are a really awesome band, and now I feel a bit dirty for liking them. It's kind of embarrassing now. They've made the band daggy. I'm over it now.
Sophie, you are obviously an expert in youth music and entertainment. Let's look at the Finnish Prime Minister. She went one further than Albo. Rather than just sculling a beer, she was out dancing the other evening. Let's just have a quick look. There we have her, Sophie. She was dancing. She's since said taken a drug test or whatever, so she's claimed that she wasn't off her face. I don't know, she looked like she was having a great time to me. How does the Finnish PM stack up against the Australian PM, in your opinion, viewing it from afar, from London?
Well, obviously she is much, much, much cooler, no offence Australia, but the outrage over this has been somewhat bizarre because, as I remember, for years people have been saying, you know, we want politicians to be normal people, we want them to be like us. Well, if that's what you want, and if you want the politicians to be normal people, you have to let them be normal people. And that means going out for drinking on their friends of the weekend. That means having a family, going on holiday, making mistakes, because otherwise we just get left with a bunch of gutless, soulless, out-of-touch politicians who aren't fit to run their countries. So I think the outrage has been a bit bizarre because she is so cool and I wish I'd be like her.
There you go. Well, Sophie, I'm sure you are. We haven't seen you on the dance floor yet, but I think we're going to hold that in for viewers of this show. If they keep watching, they will, I promise, see Sophie on the dance floor at some stage. We will do that.